Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. It's afternoon for me. I don't know what it is for you, but good day or good night, whatever it is for you. Today, everybody, welcome to CSR. We have winner brackets quarterfinals, GobbityBobbity versus tanjo3. And if you don't know what's up in here, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be hella freaking good. So now I'm gonna leave you with your commentators, Claire and Egg, who have taken their time to route the seed, and they're gonna talk about it a little bit. So let's leave it up to them. We'll see you during the race and chat. Bye.
Yeah, this is almost guaranteed to be an excellent, excellent race. I mean, both of these runners are some of the best, I would say. So
Yes, no dispute there. Slightly interesting seed, a little roadblock here and there, but it's going to be interesting to see how these guys route it out.
yeah, they're gonna end up having to get a lot of items, almost everything. It feels like just with the things that are required. So lots of area for optimization. So it'd be really interesting to see what divergences we do or don't see these runners have.
Yeah.
And both of them are very, very smart routers. So
they really
are. Probably
are
going to be as close to optimal as possible to get at least within a 50-minute time frame.
Oh yeah. You'd expect. Don't know what to expect from these two. They always bring a surprise when it comes to these races. So.
Yeah, there are a couple items that are placed a bit awkwardly. Kind of gonna force the dungeon order a little bit, but besides that, it's not too complicated. I've seen worse, but I've definitely seen way better. Maybe like if I was to rate this out of like 5, I'm trying to think, maybe like a 4 of difficulty. I don't know, would you say that's fair?
I'd say that's fair.
Yeah, at least there's no, like the one seeing the leaf on Vital Mail. That was gross.
I'm sorry, what? I don't think I was around for that.
Yeah, it was pretty, disgusting.
Wasn't it the seed where they got, wasn't it the seed where they got leaf like hour and a half in?
Yep, that was the one.
Oh.
It was,
I would not be happy.
It was something to behold.
Wow.
But yeah, so I think a lot of this is going to come down to how, like, for certain locations, can we pack everything in together? Windfall. We do have Zunari trading, spoilers, I guess. So we will be seeing at least 2 trips to Windfall, but you know, hopefully not more than that. And...
It is a spoiler race, so.
Yeah. So again, all those little warps that you can save are going to be the big important things here.
Yeah. Spoil.
We should be getting underway shortly. We've got our file name ready to go. That feel an even number, so definitely not primed. I don't even need a program to test that one.
Now, I think it's the running joke that Gobbity is the super swim fanatic. I think it's the last time he raced, we tried counting how many times he and his opponent would super swim.
I mean, honestly, with this many items in the overworld, I would be very surprised if we don't see at least 1. And I'm sure it's going to be a lot more than that.
I'm going to put it out there right now. I'm predicting 7. All right, and here we go.
Hooray for Northern Triangle. At least I think it was Northern Triangle. I don't know.
It's
basically, we're going to leave. Although, looks like we're leaving in 2 different ways. We were just talking about this, and Gobbity's already looking for storage for a swim.
Oh, here we go.
Wasted no time at all.
We see Tanjo warping the mother and child here. And he's just going to open the chest right off the bat and just pick up Note to Mom. If you guys are photosensitive, please look away from Gobbity's screen.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is probably not going to be the race to watch in that case. Yeah, a lot of times people will store that chest on Mother Child, but looking at the routing, I don't really think there's that many great places to take it.
We are going to see Gobbity super swim all the way towards Paw Print, who will be entering the Paw Print cave here, the Choo-Choo Cave. Meanwhile, Tanjo's going to play a little song, and he's going to get the item from the Wind Temple right here. Meanwhile, Gobbity entered Diamond Step.
Yeah, we may actually very well see Tanjo potentially even sail over to Paw Print from Dragon Roost right now.
Mm-hmm.
Does have a nice item for us pretty early.
Yeah, bombs early on Tanjo's side. Always nice to have pretty early.
Yeah, that's definitely the one way that this seed has... it's part of the reason why I didn't say it was so terrible. A lot of the items that you like to get early are early, so... But basically, both runners are going to have most of their like movement items right away.
Yeah. And we are going to pick up the...
helps.
Sorry.
Yep, delivery bag for Gobbity. And yep, we're gonna see Tanjo as well. Go ahead and grab that right away. Makes sense. You want to make sure you have that if you can when you go to Windfall the first time. Limit the trips that you have to go there. Yep. Zunari is a forced double dip after all.
I see Gobbity warp to.
Yeah, I think setting up a super swim to a place that you can warp directly to is probably not worth it.
Yeah. Egg dying. I'm not dying. I was a little confused because you could sail Paw Print to...
I think your mic might be cutting in and out just a little bit.
It's not good.
And so this is going to be one of the most important door cancels you may have ever seen.
I can try to fix my mic right now.
Well, maybe not, but I mean, it's going to be pretty nice, and neither Picto is necessary, so...
So doing the door cancel here is actually going to be very effective.
Yeah, and there's not one but two pretty good items up there, so... If only, Pogi, if only. Sadly, there are not 3 chests up there.
Gobbity will be doing door cancel blind. No lights here for him today.
Meanwhile, let's see, I'm trying to... Sometimes I can't tell what the... Oh, he has gone to Southern, yeah. Gotcha. Tanjo heading off to Southern, I mean, Eastern.
And just like that, Gobbity completing door cancel. We are going to see 2 fairly nice items here right off the bat.
Yeah, blink and you'll miss it, but there's fire ice arrows at 4 minutes. Lenzo really stocking up weapons for I don't even know what.
Oh, so maybe he wanted to light the lighthouse for himself. He is a photographer after all. Could be for lighting purposes.
Yeah, and so since Tanjo actually grabbed the bombs before going to Paw Print, he was able to sail straight here, but I wonder if we'll see Gobbity just end up super swimming to Southern later.
Maybe. Tanjo will be picking up Command Melody from Eastern Fairy here.
Yep, Wind Temple and Logic means Command Melody, hard required. Unfortunate, but that's how Makar roll.
We get to see our little bean boy. Oh, Super Ghost. Oh no. How could Lenzo do that? Lenzo's so nice.
And we are going to collect a little bit of money here on Gobbity's side. Beetle's got some items. Gonna do a little bit of mail. Gonna do a little bit of trading. So a decent amount of money required here. Tanjo, actually not quite enough rupees to mail that. We'll need 5 in order to send that out at Windfall. Oh, I think looks like he was planning to get bomb mail in order to fill his money.
It's free money.
Yeah, so I wonder if Gobbity's either planning to get bombs later, or just didn't realize that that 50 rupee reward was right there. But that's pretty smart on Tanjo's side to go ahead and grab that.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when there's so many items required in a seed, it can be really, really difficult to also take a time to look for money placement.
Yeah. Gobbity will be picking up Tingle Statue 1 of 5. Yes, that is correct. We do need to pick up all 5 Tingle Statues today.
And Tanjo also opting to do the door cancel blind. And hits it with no problem. And grabbing the double bow upgrade.
Good job to both runners for performing the trick. And Gobbity will be picking up the iron boots that were located in the House of Wealth category here. He's going to grab a little bit more money.
Yeah, the one nice thing about Ankle this seed, Ankle doesn't actually have any like dungeon required item. He just has a shard today. So there's really no rush to get those statues. You're just gonna have to grab them when they're convenient. Makes it maybe a little bit nicer for routing.
Yeah, you got a free tingle to make sure that you can even do Ankle.
Yeah, and Tingle's gonna have a pretty convenient item as well. Technically not necessary this seed, but I mean, I think it's worth grabbing. It'll just speed things up that much more.
Yeah.
I guess in some ways it's forced required because you have to save Tingle no matter what. And it is the mirror shield. Oh, and then an awkward 200 rupees as Gobbity's farmed some money. At least he will not have to farm any longer.
Yeah. Having free money is a good
It's
good
always
help
such
there.
an annoying feeling if you like okay, I guess I just have to collect some money, it's fine. And then before you end up
Just-
needing it, you just run into some money that you forgot to account for.
Yeah. Like
It's
finally
hard.
cleaning up.
Yeah, especially as soon as you start adding in Tingle statues, you have Earth and Wind Temple, which both have required items. You're already trying to keep track of like a million things.
It's a leaf. We play a little rhythm and we're gonna get some leaf here.
Yeah, so this is kind of what I was saying. Leaf and bombs are both pretty darn free, so
Mm-hmm.
it's not the worst seed that I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. It's a nicer seed, I'll give it that. Yeah, we do pick up baby seed? Maybe, Jay. Maybe.
No, and that very conveniently placed leaf makes the transparent chest that much easier to grab.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have to worry about it on a return journey. Don't have to, try and get a different sword first or anything. And so we have a little bit of retracing steps now. Gobbity is going to go ahead and grab the bombs that are here.
Meanwhile, Tanjo's gonna check notes Mom mail, which will give us slip up shot.
Yep, so again, just more items that aren't too bad. Looks like we'll grab our mirror shield, and I assume we'll grab the leaf for Tanjo.
And I think that'll be the end of.
And it looks like Gobbity is probably, is planning on setting up a super swim here. Definitely grabbing storage at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see this go to Eastern, perhaps.
Yep, and I would advise anyone again, please look away from Gobbity's screen if you guys aren't photosensitive.
Doing a nice nighttime swim though, so it's not as bad.
Mm-hmm.
Mother Child is the worst one for that because you're against the dark brown background and then the light colored sky.
Yeah, makes it a little tedious. We're
Yeah,
at
there we
2
go.
super swims.
Welcome to Eastern. That storage spot on the Dragon Roost Island Wind Shrine can be a bit awkward. It's kind of a, kind of a far drop, but
Yeah.
I mean, we were saying earlier, these two are some of the best for a reason.
Yeah.
Honestly, it gets to the point where you start missing storages too much, and against the other runner, it's gonna start putting you behind pretty significantly.
Yeah.
Just crazy how that can get to that point. And so Tanjo actually has multiple options to get that chest. As the Leaf has the hook. Hook probably just slightly faster.
Yeah. We are going to see Gobbity warp to South Ferry as well as Tanjo.
Yep, all makes sense. Southern Ferry has the Skull Hammer. And we will be facing the big bad burb today. So no skipping this. Our runner's basically synced up at this point. I think Tanjo has an extra letter over Gobbity.
I think that's it.
And honestly, that may very well be the difference of Tanjo getting the bomb mail money versus Gobbity having to farm some money. Like, that's literally the difference at this point, I think.
So far, yeah.
Basically simultaneous skull hammers. I mean, it might as well be, right? You gotta give the internet a little bit of leeway, maybe ever so slight desync. Basically exactly at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, hook shot come from the letter, so it's basically kind of the same thing, sort of, quote unquote. Although there is a day-night cycle required there.
We are going to see Tanjo warp to Forsaken Fortress, and we are going to see Gobbity warp to Mother and Child.
Let's see if Gobbity just opens it. That looks like we're setting up a swim. Well, a storage and a swim. Now we do need Phantom Ganon today.
Sync was nice. Ooh, the purple looking nice on Phantom Ganon. And again, photosensitive, please look away from Gobbity's screen.
Yeah, so I imagine we'll see Gobbity take this straight up to Helmrock. I know a lot of times if you have bombs and if Phantom Ganon is required, people will often opt for Tanjo's route here. But you do what you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
And also sometimes, again, you make your route, and once the route's set, the route is set. But this may end up giving Tanjo a bit more of an edge here. Hard to say, though.
Yeah.
There's still plenty of race left. And Earth Temple is notorious for trolling runners, so... Hopefully we don't see that today, but... it is always on the table, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It is a difficult dungeon to go mode. No matter how many times you've done it.
Yeah. Hey, Gobbity, just like that, using the chest storage just to walk up the walls, he will be entering.
So Tanjo actually just opted to open the Phantom Ganon chest. I wonder if we'll see a partial vanilla climb from him then. There is a bottle located on the chest on the bed, which is where Tanjo's heading right now. I imagine we'll see essentially the any % climb in Forsaken Fortress. Unfortunately, missing that window jump. It can be a bit tough.
Yeah.
As Gobbity heads up the big long ramp. And Tanjo makes it in the second time. No problem.
There we go. Tanjo, please.
He is a professional.
He knows what he's doing. Looks like Tanjo will be storing the chest right here.
Simultaneous storage happening on both sides. The Gobbity hitting his first. Gonna try and dodge the cutscene on Tanjo's side. He's successful. There's a statue in there that likes to shoot lasers from its eyeballs, which was never really explained, but it's just a thing that exists. But there's a little bit of a cutscene that happens if you don't stay against that wall.
Right, and make sure that's Gobbity. Alright, so far so good.
Yeah, and so storing that chest for Tanjo lets him skip basically half the climb. Interesting to see two very different routes through Forsaken Fortress.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing as they both entered at around the same time, it'll be interesting to see what time they both leave.
Mm-hmm. If anybody is keeping track, that would be nice to know.
Although this is always assuming that that Gobbity grabs the same bottle that Tanjo just grabbed.
Mm-hmm.
I think looking at the bottles, it was either this one or one other. But probably this one. And Gobbity leaving Helmrock as Tanjo entering Helmrock. So just a climb and a boss fight away. Hopefully Tanjo does not softlock on this Helmrock skip.
Oh.
It can sometimes happen and it's always tragic. So I've always said that no race should ever be determined by a Helmrock softlock.
Runners do take the risk, so.
Sort of simultaneous boss fights, if you count Phantom Ganon as a boss. Probably more of a mini boss though. Playing tennis.
Fun, especially with some demons. You agree, except it's Crane. Or when it's Crane. Okay, Poogie.
It looked like Tanjo had a pretty good lineup there, so should hopefully end up on the jail cell. Doesn't guarantee a no softlock, but it definitely helps it. And the bird is much more likely to land in a favorable place.
Oh.
Yep, basically perfect.
Yep, pretty good. Not storing this chest, will be picking up the power bracelets just like Tanjo did.
And yeah, those power bracelets are one of the reasons why the dungeon order is almost basically forced in this seed. Forsaken Fortress has something for Earth Temple, Earth Temple is something for Dragon Roost Cavern. All is the big chain.
Link in the machine if you must. And we will see Gobbity opt to get the bottle here, and we'll be safe warping out.
No, so it looks like we may actually see Gobbity leaving Forsaken Fortress first. Does still need to open mail and get the hook shot. And mail the letter. I don't think he actually ever mailed the letter either.
Either did I, but if we will see him warp to Forest Haven.
Yep, there is something down on boating course, so it wouldn't surprise me if he goes ahead and grabs some mail right here.
Mm-hmm.
Just kidding. I lied. It was possible, though. It could have happened. I couldn't remember if there's there may be a mailbox on boating course, so.
is.
Tanja, meanwhile, heading over to Outset. Bottle in hand can only mean one thing. After one quick stop to the top of Outset to visit the ferry, we will be visiting Grandma.
It's a nice mailbox here on Quarterfinals.
Yep. You can just leave across, though, so...
This leads us to Cliff Plateau Cave.
Looks like storing, or planning to store the item. I wonder if that means that we're going to head up to the highest. It'll be very interesting to see. Highest Isle does have the boomerang, which is not required. No, not for these runners at least. But it can be a convenient item. And knowing Gobbity, we may very well see some sort of super swim or sail coming from there.
Hello, Guybrush. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, so even though Gobbity does have the leaf and could do this the, vanilla way, it's a little bit less annoying to just go ahead and grab storage and take that up. So Gobbity did store Ferora's Pearl, the green pearl. That does have mail associated with it, but we're not interested in the mail. We do actually need the Tower of the Gods entrance today.
But we will see Gobbity Super Swim again, so please look away if you guys are photosensitive again.
Unsurprisingly, not picking up the boomerang. It would just be basically a time loss. And I'm assuming we're going to head towards Bomb Island, which indeed we are.
Makes sense. Trade it to the... No I'm trading here. Oops.
The seed with the hot shout out to Ocarina of Time, well, and other Legend of Zeldas. Bomb Island having Choo Choo Cave. It's the Bomb Choo Island. Unfortunately, Bomb Choo's not actually in this game though, but this is kind of close, right?
No, as you can see, saw it's trading refish anyway. Okay. And we will be picking up later.
Yep, so there was a bottle in Choo Choo Cave if you climbed up, but with the grappling hook being placed kind of awkward, that's why I figured the chest on bed was the way to go. And it seemed like both runners agreed, so I feel very smart. Maybe.
That's right.
Debatably smart.
Yeah. We do see Tanjo, after saying Grandma, he will be going checking underneath the house because Grandma is storing some statues. What her relation is to Tingle.
And he's gonna crawl out, so I assume he's planning to check the mailbox right now. We do both need the letter from our sister for finishing Forsaken Fortress, or Helmrock specifically, as well as Grandma.
Yeah, Grandma.
Nice bit of rotting to grab them both together. And we see Gobbity at Shark Island. Unfortunately, with how free both the Skull Hammer and the Iron Boots are, I assume we're obviously not going to see the new getting into Shark Island early with bombs. Unfortunate, but there you are. Arguably faster, but also only if you get it within like a try or two.
Yeah. Tanjo, after checking mail, will be picking up another... My word? Getting a shard total to 2. And we're going to stop and say no to 2. Beetle real quick. Goodbye, statue.
Statue, yeah.
Again, why does everybody have these statues? Gobbity will be starting Earth Temple.
Not too much to grab here. Almost the Go Mode dungeon.
Almost. Oh, we're gonna see a leaf pump over.
Yep, looks like opting to skip the command melody. Don't actually need medley for anything else, so it breaks my heart, but I'm gonna go ahead and leave her behind there. It is just faster this time. And Tanja's made his way over to Headstone Island.
Whatever.
Well, at least what looks like Headstone. Internally,
Yeah.
it might be a little bit different.
Where do you
Tanja's
take
sniping
us?
skills are going to be on display. Preview for Phantom Ganon, perhaps, or Phantom Puppet Ganon in the future. 2 for 2. 3 for 3.
Oh, yeah. Did he get the double shot?
4 for 5? Or no, 5 for
think he-
4?
Yeah, I think he got the double shot.
He got
Nice.
6 in 5 shots. Incredible. Unless I counted wrong. I may have counted wrong. Anyway, super optimal needle rock from Tanjo.
Yeah, he will be picking up another sword upgrade, I believe is what was here.
Okay, and it looks like Gobbity did opt to grab the small key from the warp pot room.
So like he will be storing in this chest here.
Yep, this makes total sense.
Mhm.
That free small key is going to make it a little bit faster later in the dungeon. And this is just a grappling hook, so not really required for Earth Temple.
Not at all.
So we're just going to go ahead and use that as our ticket to the boss.
It's like Jahala to Valhalla. So it says in the guidebook. Gonna be picking up some magic real quick.
Yeah, when you don't have soup, you definitely don't want to be running out of magic while trying to skip through Earth Temple.
ET with no magic is not fun.
Tanjo grabbing storage on Cliff Plateau. Wouldn't be surprised if we see him retread the same steps that Gobbity took. Go up to highest, take it over to bomb. Although Tanjo does favor this front of the tree approach, which I keep meaning to learn and I can't quite get it. I need to watch him do it more. Look at that, through on the first try. Easy peasy.
Easy, easy.
And speaking of easy peasy, Gobbity skipped Earth God's lyric while I was talking about Tanjo. I assume he hit it first try like it was, again, not a frame perfect trick, even though it is.
He's got it. He counts it all. That's all his mind sees now is just frames. We will be picking up another Triforce shard in the basement here. Looks like he will be opting to kill the flame.
Yep, I don't think this has anything, but he does want storage to
Storage.
continue. Yeah. I wasn't sure if we'd be seeing this or seeing a void in the previous room so you could store the upper chest. I don't remember if the fog goes over to where the chest is at. Because that cursed fog prevents you from using your items. I can't remember because I can't remember if I've ever tried to get storage off of that chest in the past. And light arrows for Tanjo, yes. And so now I imagine Tanjo will probably be heading over to Earth Temple as well. Light arrows make the fight against Jahala a lot faster. A lot less annoying.
Yeah. Gobbity will be using Bomb Drop here to get storage for this chest.
Yeah, and then this is why that small key ends up being so optimal. There is a way of skipping around the left side, but if you have the key, why grab it? Hopefully these pose don't screw up the targeting here.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you go for that middle magic drop, they can kind of start to come over, but not a problem this time.
You're editing. How's the race? The race is going well.
As Tanjo sails over to Shark Island. As suspected, following up with Gobbity into Earth Temple.
Just like that, he's gonna skip the Song Stone again right here, and just go straight to Valhalla, or Valhalla.
Now you're confusing yourself.
Yup. Beautiful.
One more magic refill at this pot, and one little roll into the door frame. And there you go.
Just like that. Bulk hollow. Okay.
So as far as Earth Temple is concerned, we have Tanjo entering, Gobbity leaving, basically. Tanjo does have a couple things done in the overworld, though, that Gobbity does not. So as Tanjo makes his way through Earth Temple, I'm assuming we'll see Gobbity retread some of that territory.
That makes sense.
Looks like Tanjo also plans to leave Medley stranded on a pillar. But understandable, like it is faster. But my heart goes out to her.
She'll be fine. They can't get to her.
I guess you could make the argument, maybe Tanjo is just trying to save her from having to go into the spooky dungeon. And Gobbity with a very clean Valhalla fight.
Very.
And Tanjo tried to set up that double shot on the cursed chews, but
It's okay.
not quite landing.
I agree with you, Blondie. I can't not be storing or doing anything with this chest right here.
Oh, interesting. I think I see what Tanjo's doing. It looks like he's opening up the warp pot.
Buddy?
So that right there is a rando exclusive. That is a dungeon warp pot. It connects Wind Temple, Earth Temple, and Forsaken Fortress together. And one of the things that you can do is you can bring stored keys between dungeons using those. So I wonder if that's Tanjo's plan. We'll be seeing a key brought to Wind Temple later.
Makes sense. If like the keys in Wind Temple are really obscure, it would make sense.
Yeah, so that's what's interesting. The keys in Wind Temple aren't really obscure. The very first chest has a key, and the chest behind the stone head in the hub also has a key. So
Interesting. And Tanjo not storing this, it looks like Tanjo will be safe working?
yeah, I guess opting to grab the grapple and piecing out. Nope, interesting to see different routing. I dig. Oh, you know what? Tanjo may actually plan to take a small key from Wind Temple to Earth Temple? I'm not sure anymore. I'll be honest, he's lost me here.
That's why I think everybody is like, what is going on here? Yeah, he will be warping to Great Faith while Gobbity's gonna go talk to the Great Fairy up here.
I just hope this isn't a case where Tanjo tried to get 2 5-head that he became 3-head. That would be unfortunate. I hope he's actually just going full galaxy brain and will wow us all.
Yeah.
And it being Tanjo wouldn't surprise me.
Not at all. The DRC keys are super fast too. And what is going on inside this?
You know what? You know what it could be? So, Earth God's lyric is located in Wind Temple, in the mini cyclones room. Tanjo may decide to go that route. I'm not sure, but that is a thought.
That's gonna hurt him.
Yeah, I don't know if I would call that fast, but I know that Earth Temple has burned Tanjo in the past.
It's like a safety?
So, it's possible. I don't want to call it that yet because I honestly have no idea.
Neither do we.
We will
But we
all
do
have
see
to see.
It
is always exciting to see route divergence, though. So
yeah, it's also going to be interesting to see why Tanjo opted to do the things he did.
well, if we still don't know by the end, we can ask him afterwards. Luckily,
Keeping notes, Tanjo, why? Why did the ET double it?
and we're seeing the outset ferry to Grandma on Gobbity's side.
Goodness.
Honestly, pretty standard even for normal rando.
Yeah.
Sometimes you wait to go to outset if you have the fairy fountains involved, so that you can grab the fairy fountain at the same time.
Speed. Time to go fast.
A quick visit to Islet of Steel for Tanjo to grab the shard, and now we're heading off to Needle Rock. Which, as we saw, does not actually have Needle Rock. That was over on Headstone. But it does lead to another puzzle cave.
Takes us to a magical place. Best island. Oh no.
I know some people are partial towards Needle Rock. A couple of wooden arrows to just really let that ice know who's boss before giving it the fire arrow. I dig.
We do the angular cave here.
Yep, so I guess this is the real only reason, the other reason why Mirror Shield is required. As we saw from Gobbity, it helped a little bit in Earth Temple, but it didn't actually end up needing to use it on Jalhala with the light arrows.
Light arrows are just very, very helpful. Saints. Oh no, twinsies.
And we're gonna grab some fan mail for Gobbity. I wonder if some of the peeps in the chat is sending love towards him in the mailbox.
It'll be nice giving him $50. And we will see Tanjo pick up statue number 4.
As we get Din's Pearl for Gobbity.
The Forbidden Tingle statue. I think that was the Forbidden Tingle statue too.
Opting to pay the 10 rupees for that skull necklace. Very fashionable nowadays.
Skull necklaces are nice, I guess.
I'm wondering if that means that Gobbity thought the hook shot was on Bido's letter instead of the Bido's mother's mail. Hard to say.
Yeah. Gobbity picking up cheese number 4.
Yep, Grandma's sending some nice homemade cheese. And we have hookshot for Gobbity. Meanwhile, Tanjo using hookshot to enter Diamond Step.
Stuff is today. DRC.
Yep, pretty straightforward DRC today.
Gobbity
we need
will
one
be...
chest. Well, we need 2 chests because we need an extra key. And we need the boss.
Yeah. Gobbity will be paying for one of the single statues here, picking up statue 3 of 5.
And I don't know what count we're at, but it looks like we're setting up another super swim.
I believe this is swim number 4, so please avert your eyes from Gobbity's screen.
Let's see where he ends up aiming this. It may go to Islet of Steel.
Think maybe even Diamond Step.
I'm not going to be able to get up on Diamond Step without the boat, though.
Yeah, I take that.
Tanjo doing the classic strat of shooting down the platform. See how many arrows it takes. We saw some pro snipes in action earlier. And a super clean swim for Gobbity.
Wow.
Islet of Steel is not a big target, but it did not matter.
I have speed. Good job. You get big shark.
Tanjo
So.
kind of opting to raw aim that last shot, but he's a professional, no problem.
And just like that, Gobbity will be picking up shard number 5.
Nope, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him sail over to Needle Rock Angular, just as Tanjo did earlier. I mean, it just makes sense.
Like the actual angular island? I don't believe it's in logic.
No. Needle Rock that has Angular.
No, oh no, Rusty and chat.
Oh. Yeah, not quite. Although kind of. But not,
Yeah,
sounds like not what you
I didn't
want.
think so.
And finally, the last Tingle statue for Tanjo. Like I said earlier, though, luckily all Ankle has is a shard, so these haven't exactly been the worst. If Ankle's holding back on you for some, other important item, you start to have to play the game of, is it worth it to get it earlier, or can I skip it until later? Looks like Tanjo's heading up pot room side. There is the big key here in the pot room. With fire arrows, that is a pretty quick grab. Even without fire arrows, it's a pretty quick grab. And based on the fact that he went over for the wooden stick, we are going to grab the big key for Tanjo. Wasn't sure if we would or would not be seeing this. I know people tend to think that climbing up from under the rope bridge is faster. But maybe having to skip getting stored for the big key helps counteract that. I don't know,
Maybe.
Dodge.
Yeah, we'd have to time it. Let's see how
There
it
are a
goes.
lot of very small little optimizations that can happen. And it's so hard to time everything that you're kind of just guessing sometimes.
Yeah.
And Gobbity's going to sail to Diamond Step from Needle Rock. So, a clever bit of routing there. We did not see that on Tanjo's side, I believe. Unless we did and I missed it, which is possible. Actually, maybe he did do that, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Never mind.
As Tanjo enters the boss fight for DRC, we will be seeing Gobbity enter the dungeon itself.
Yeah, so Tanjo is in some ways a DRC in front, but also Gobbity has the whole of Earth Temple done, whereas Tanjo's just dipped it.
There's some other checks that Tanjo still has above Gobbity, but it does. Gobbity still has a whole dungeon. So, let's see how this works out.
Yeah, it gets really hard to gauge who's ahead when the routes have been this different.
Mm-hmm.
And the Gobbity gonna go ahead and grab storage. I assume just to skip this boulder break cutscene right here. It's a pretty short cutscene, but if you can get storage first try like that, then yeah, probably worth.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see if Gobbity opts for the big key or not here. I think there are arguments for both ways. They're gonna go ahead and grab the very free small key on the boarded chest.
Yeah. Yeah, Elijah, I know what you're talking about.
It is also possible that that was in Old Habits Die Hard for Gravity. There used to be a cutscene. Well, and in vanilla game, there is a cutscene when you enter the main cavern area that runners will generally store for SD. And the fifth and final Tingle Statue for Gravity, as Tanjo, after defeating Gumma, is gonna peace out. So we'll see what Tanjo decides to do, if he does some overworld cleanup, or ends up going to Wind Temple and showing us his grand plans, or goes back to Earth Temple and likewise shows us what was going on there.
Bring back the Windfall. Gobbity will be won't be going through Pot Room, but he will be going under the rope bridge here.
Yep, so basically the other path that you could take. So we will be seeing the big key skips if you haven't seen it before. You will in a second.
This time you can look at Gobbity's screen. Meanwhile, Tanjo will be picking up the fully powered Master Sword now.
Thanks, Tsunari. That guy has the craziest goods. Magic armor, a sword. I don't know where he gets it, but
He's worthy.
perhaps. So it looks like Tanjo's gonna clean up the overworld. I do know that's how he tends to do these things.
And no Jarhead. Gobbity has yet to go to Great Fish Trade.
Yeah, with a super flip straight to Islet. He sailed out from there.
Tanjo will be picking up the shard here from our pink friend Ankle.
As well as the oodles of cash that he gives you. Well, 250 rupees. But hey, that's nothing to sneeze at.
No. Looks like Tanjo will be opting to do Wind Temple first.
Well, so we'll see. I imagine Tanjo will warp to Earth Temple from inside of Wind Temple, finish that, and then go back.
Okay, that makes more sense.
I think it's time to cash in on whatever he did in Earth Temple earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Tanjo is opting to skip this first small key. I'm honestly so excited to see what Tanjo does here. Partly just because I'm a little bit confused, but mostly excited.
Yeah. Frightened but intrigued.
Goma with the back to Gobbity. Which is unfortunate because then she usually goes for that quick attack and it can be hard to stop her from doing that. And she's actually a nice green color today, which often with the randomized palettes, it seems like she usually ends up pink or purple.
Nice to see some fresh colors for once.
Yeah, I know some people like to joke about that. Ooh, going towards that warp pot. I wonder if the idea behind the warp pot was I can finish Earth Temple and then go back and finish Wind Temple that's at the Tower of the Gods sector. But I guess I'm just still confused why not earlier.
Yeah, because he was already there. It's not like he didn't have the means to beat Jalmala.
Yeah, so we'll see. Is the plan here now to store this key and go mode Earth Temple, or is it to store this key to take it to Wind Temple?
Safety saving. Oh, and if you guys are watching Gobbity Scream, please look away. We're going for Super Swim number 5.
I wonder if we're heading to Great Fish.
And step, it's due. Who am I kidding? It's Gobbity, the Super Swim King.
So he's gonna... Okay, so Tanjo's choosing to go mode with this key. The only issue, though, is if he wants to get back to the warp pot, he has to re-enter Earth Temple, which will gift the key to Earth Temple, unless I'm mistaken.
Yeah. Gobbity's going to be entering Headstone.
So we'll see. I think this may unfortunately be a case where Tanjo was trying to be very smart, because he is very smart, but it just didn't end up working out this time. Whoa, awkward roll. That was scary.
Save on Tanjo's end. We're going to see Gobbity snipe some pillars.
There we go, get the EPL skip next time.
Yeah.
And so Tanjo with the key stored but not actually in his inventory. Well, I assume actually Tanjo's probably gonna void out here. And then get the key to then take it. So I guess I'm just confused why he didn't finish Earth Temple earlier. I don't know if he got any item that he didn't have beforehand.
Yeah, I don't know the reasoning. Yeah, he's voiding here. Gobbity picking up the next sword upgrade.
And that makes sense because he does need the Floor Master chest. So
Yeah.
not sure. Anyway, Gobbity finishing up Needle Rock. That was on Headstone. And now warping to Great Fish. I do like the theory of that Tanjo just wanted to split ET into 2 sections because ET is just... it can be so stressful.
T is ET.
I do also know that Tanjo likes to end on dungeons. So.
And I know, Jarhead, you asked earlier if he's done trading, and here's your answer. He's about to do trading now.
There we go, storing the chest. So saving a little bit of time over Gobbity here by not having to fight all these Floor Masters. Unfortunately, did get cursed on the way out. I had to wait for that to abide. And it does prevent you from doing jump slash, so you can't get up that ledge. And it's just awkward. It feels so bad when that happens. Gobbity finally coming back to Windfall for that forced double dip. Finally gonna grab the fully upgraded Master Sword. And hopefully the keys don't troll Tanjo here. Oh! Tries to get a side hop, but gets the jump slash on accident, I think.
Luckily, he is not completely in the rough. There is a chest here that can be stored, so he can still do the song stone skip here.
Yeah,
after
it's very
some keys.
unfortunate.
Yeah, a little bit of a time loss. Let's hope he
Especially with
capitalizes.
these keys trolling.
Yeah.
Hiding, oh my gosh. Actually pro dodger.
You're ready to see some of the dumbest glitches ever?
Yeah, and getting that awful L target through the wall, it should not be a thing.
Gobbity just needs one more piece of cheese, and then he is... Actually, Gobbity's in go mode now. All he's got to do is just beat Mulgaro and make his way down to Hyrule. Tanjo getting chest storage here. He will be making his way.
Yeah, so we'll have a pretty good gauge, I think, soon. Because Tanjo has, in some ways, progressed a little bit into Wind Temple, but still has a whole boss fight to do. Hopefully this doesn't troll him here.
Let's hope.
There we go.
Getting the side hop, and right here we're going to see him clip out of bounds to skip this second song stone.
I feel that's so hard, though, for Tanjo. I don't know, sometimes side hops, they just don't come out. Maybe it's a dolphin thing, I don't know. I have similar issues.
I do both, but when I do runs, I run. But I think I've ran into the issue.
So Gobbity's gonna opt for the key on the dirt patches.
Makes sense.
Wouldn't be surprised to see him store the spring.
And because the storage on Tanjo's side, you can just crawl right through the boss door. No key needed.
Yeah, so it'd be really interesting, I think, to hear what Tanjo's reasoning for this dungeon routing was, because at least from where I'm sitting, I don't know if it's exactly paid off time-wise. Although, honestly, I think the runners are going to end up being pretty synced up here soon. This race is still very close. As much as it doesn't look super close right now because they're in completely different places.
Yeah. Yeah. Tanjo finishing Jaw Hollow.
As we see Gobbity in the room that Tanjo will likely warp back into. Does have the small key in Wind Temple, though, that Tanjo is missing.
Yeah. It's still close. Yes, you're right, Jar. It is still close. Gotta pick up some magic here.
Yeah, there will be a little bit of time as Tanjo has to retread the first two rooms in Earth Temple to actually get back to the warp pot.
Yeah. It's gonna L slide right here to clip out to get into the lower section of this dungeon.
With the big key at the top of the hub room, we're gonna go ahead and store this chest, I imagine.
Gonna use the spring.
Yeah, Gobbity opting for the spring drop storage. A lot of runners won't go for this because it's pretty precise, but you do what you feel comfortable with.
Yeah, it's only double frame perfect.
Which sounds bad, but it's honestly not too dissimilar from normal storage anyway.
Oh
There
wow,
we go.
second try.
Nice and easy. Just
had
get
to
the
open that up.
storage. Obviously.
Just get storage. Yeah. Just crawl through walls.
So at this point, the runners are on the same track together. Finish Wind Temple and beat Ganon. So kind of now we can kind of really see who's ahead. Gobbity with this just slight lead in Wind Temple.
Need to pick up the small key behind the giant head. And we will see Tanjo do the same thing. He's gonna L slide out of here to clip out of bounds.
Now this is the part where it gets a little bit scary. You gotta get through this room for Gobbity. If you fall here, there is no getting back up with chest storage. But no problem.
No problem at all.
Not even worried.
We're going to see Tanjo store the same chest, but he's going to use bomb drop storage, getting it on the first try. Actually going to save just in case. Safety save.
It is definitely the most convenient chest to store, so. I think as long as he doesn't crush in the basement room on the stone heads, he should be fine.
Yeah.
The Piat trying to troll, messing up the L target a little bit. Going for the long storage, actually hits it. Alright. That is not an easy trick. That is a very, very far storage drop. So the purpose of that storage is you store the ending cutscene of Malgara dying. Because Malgara dies, the shard spawns and the warp spawns a little bit before the cutscene ends, so you can grab it and peace out. I don't remember exactly how much time it saves, but it saves a decent amount. The only thing is Malgara is still an active hitbox. Even during that final cutscene, there is some chance of dying. So it can be risky. Hopefully we don't see that happen.
Tanjo getting the same skip hot on Gobbity's tail. Pogi confirming that it is a 10-second time save. Thank you, Pogi.
Nope, you get one try at it, but if you can hit it, and as long as you don't die during the cutscene, 10 seconds is 10 seconds. And in a race this close, that could be a big difference.
Yeah.
And we are very likely to see both runners in the same boss fight at the same time, so.
Well, hello, Crane.
So just a couple of boss cycles away from each other.
Yeah. And Gobbity getting the snipe here.
And Gobbity being very careful, I think. Again, he does have this cutscene stored. Looks like potentially even using that bomb to push him a little bit further away.
Safety would, by all means. If there's a method, take the method. Oh, that camera angle was so jank.
Yeah, so here you go. So now you're seeing the benefit of the storage. You can grab that and you can just save out. Gobbity's got what he needs. He doesn't need to stick around for the rest of that. No point.
Yeah.
So definitely a risk, but definitely worth.
Yeah.
If you can do it.
I don't pay attention to the team. Or no.
I don't think Tanjo attempted it.
Okay.
Not every runner goes for it.
Yeah. Yeah, Rusty, we're making our way to Pumpkin, and Gobbity just finished. Got his last shard. Already in high, will make his way to Ganon's tower.
Yeah, so this is very much going to come down to high roll, with Gobbity just having a bit of a head start on Tanjo.
Yeah. Tanjo will be getting the snipe out of the air as well, and we will see this cutscene. But Gobbity will be breaking the barrier here.
I think that's about 105.54. So we can see what kind of lead Gobbity has over Tanjo. really crazy race thus far.
Very, very, very.
Yeah, so all this time on Tanjo's side, this is what Gobbity was able to skip. It'll be interesting to go back and see how much, I guess, time that Tanjo may have spent setting up that dungeon warp pot strat.
Yeah.
I think at this point we've kind of confirmed that it probably wasn't worth doing, unfortunately.
No.
As Tanjo enters high roll. Looks like we may have about a 2.5 minute head start for Gobbity.
Yep.
So still possible for Tanjo, but Gobbity is a very good player. Something would probably have to go pretty wrong in Puppet Ganon, but that's how Puppet Ganon goes sometimes.
Yeah.
We will
Puppet
see.
Ganon.
We will see.
We shall see.
Still
Well,
have to play
Tanjo
clean
will-
to the end. Yeah, so that was about 107.50 something. So
Yeah.
I'm like trying to keep track of what I said earlier. Was it 105?
Yeah, 2 minutes. Yeah,
2
it's a
minute head
2-minute
start.
gap. Yeah. Which is not a lot.
But it may very well be enough for Gobbity. We shall see.
We shall see.
Hitting
Gets
a nice
the
double
double shot.
snipe. Hell yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, this is a very clean staircase climb as well. Ooh, and hits the pot with the arrow. That was actually a cute little strat. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I'm gonna believe that it was.
We're just gonna roll with it. Oh, gets the first shot on Puppet Ganon.
First shot. Second one being a bit trolly. They do both have soup, though. Grandma was required. So we will not be looking at awkward magic refills for either of them.
Not at all. Here, Zelda smells fear. Okay, Rusty.
PG1 doing its darndest to troll Gobbity.
This
Not
might be...
bothering to go for that soup dupe, just gonna drink that straight.
Mm-hmm.
So if Tanjo hits a very clean Puppet Ganon one, that is some time that it could be made up here.
May help Tanjo here.
Still have to close the gap of 2 minutes though.
Mm-hmm.
So we shall see.
Tanjo for grapple's good. He might.
We got 6-leg Spider Ganon. As Tanjo ascends the stairs. Trying to set up a double for Tanjo. Hits it, no problem. So both runners going to be on Puppet Ganon at the same time. But Gobbity 2 whole phases ahead. Almost.
Make Ganon time
Oh,
on
but
Gavity's
no.
side. 3-day fruits.
Tanjo had 2 very quick snipes, but this third one's not quite landing. Hopefully no spin. Oh, no, not quite. As Gobbity cleans up a very quick puppet Ganon in phase 3.
Finishing Puppet Ganon at 1:11:33.
Looks like we are going to see the spin for Tanjo. Ooh, with the weird back to shot. It can actually be really awkward sometimes.
Yeah. Gobbity's showing off the rope skills here.
And there we go, auto puppet Ganon 1 for Tanjo. There is still Ganon. I don't remember if Gobbity still has soup left. I believe half. So. It's not over till it's over, but things are looking good for Gobbity. So double shot for Tanjo, not quite the trip. Gobbity did lose the soup buff, so we'll see at least a 2 cycle here. And with that A press, that is going to be a GG to Gobbity.
Finishing with a 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 30 seconds.
Meanwhile, Puppet Ganon 3 cheating on Tanjo's side. Hitbox outside. And Puppet Ganon down for Tanjo. 1 rope climb and 1 Ganon away.
Yeah. Gobbity managed to keep that 2-minute lead on Tanjo.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be just about. Also, I just realized that Tanjo's at half a heart at the end of PG3. A bit dicey than I would have expected. Sometimes that's how it be.
Yo.
Hello, Gobbity. GG's.
Hello.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Whew.
I bet it feels good to be out of that race.
Yeah, it does. That was a fun race, though. I think I had a really, really cool route. It worked really well.
Yeah, it was a pretty interesting seed. We were kind of talking about that before. None of the items were too bad, but there was just so much to get, and it was just all over.
It was like half the islands were just checks. Okay.
Yeah, it's like,
So
okay, get all the Tingle statues. Okay, get all the pearls. Get the delivery bag. Go do trading. Almost everything, it felt like.
But really bad that ankle is also just a shard. It's like, well,
At least in some ways that's nice. You didn't have to worry about getting that earlier.
that is true.
Kind of just slotted in whenever.
Yeah.
As we see Tanjo's on Ganon now. But yeah, any thoughts on the seed? Any thoughts on your route? Something like something go wrong that you kind of didn't like, or you're happy about something?
Like, I don't know. I think overall, this went very, very well for me. I think I just, like I said, I just found a really good route. Because I just managed to do everything super efficiently. The only thing that was not efficient in like my whole route was going to Southern Fairy twice, but you had to do that because you couldn't go to Shark Island from Southern Fairy the first time because you need Power Burst. From.
Yeah, I mean, and it's right there. It's a straight warp, so
yeah.
at least it's not the worst thing.
Yeah, exactly. So it wasn't too bad, but I just feel like I don't even know like how the routing could have been. I mean, unless I had a completely different route, but with kind of the stuff I went with is kind of like.
It was basically a forced dungeon order, almost.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty much.
Pretty much.
So, yeah, it just felt really nice. Just like sail to island, super swim to island, sail to island, super swim. Not a lot of warping for so many islands.
Yeah. Well, we were seeing a lot of very clean swims on your side as well, which.
Yeah, the only one that was really scary was the one going to Earth Temple, or going to Headstone, like whatever was in Earth Temple. I don't remember, but
Yeah, you
was
took
really
that from
close,
Diamond Step,
but-
correct?
Yeah. It looked like it was gonna be a lot closer for a swim, but it was like, oh, I might drown. Oh no. What's up, Tanjo? GG's. Oh no.
My goodness.
You may be on a different mic, Tanjo. I'm not sure.
Oh no. What did I do to him? I sent him to the Shadow Realm. Oh shit.
Maybe. Hopefully Tanjo can get the get that sorted
Oh
here.
no.
There, we would like to hear from him.
Yeah.
Tanjo had some interesting routing with some of the dungeons.
Hello?
Is that better?
Yeah,
That
there we
is
go.
much better. Hello, Tanjo.
Hello, GG's.
GG's.
Yeah, how's
GG's.
that's an interesting seed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot
we were
of
just saying.
going in there.
Double bow on Lenzo.
Yeah.
So it's stacked.
That was insane. I thought it was gonna be a good seed when I saw that, and I'm like, oh, never mind. I have to get everything and ankle.
Yeah, ankle having a shard. It's fun. Then the statues are like everywhere.
Yeah.
But required grandma, so can't be too sad
Dude.
about that.
It's true.
I just want to point out right that you got everything in your way. You got grandma required, so I couldn't save time over getting grandma, and you got an Earth Temple in the sea, dog. Like, come on, man. You got everything going your
True.
way.
I mean, Earth Temple was not
No, there might
Great
be the
to me.
scene, but
the third crypt. That was fortunate.
Oh
Accidentally
yeah.
footed.
thing.
Yeah. So Tanjo, I think. Well, if you have a comment, go ahead. But
No, go ahead.
so I think we were wondering what was the decision for routing in the warp pots between Earth Temple, Wind Temple.
Well, I wanted to get the grapple hook so I could do Dragon Roost with my like Needle Rock pilot stuff.
Gotcha.
So I was just like, okay, I'll just grab that and then I'll come back. It's not a big of a deal, I don't think.
Gotcha. We were
Yeah.
trying to determine like, is he gonna try and transfer a key here? Is he? Just simple
Oh.
wanted to grab the grapple and peace out. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, basically.
We were all trying to like decipher like what's happening here.
Yeah.
I almost brought a key from Earth Temple to Dragon Roost. Wait, was that
Okay.
right? Is that the right dungeon order? I can't remember. I was
I
gonna
think
store
you
one of
you
the
did
keys.
it after Earth Temple.
Yeah, I had to do Earth Temple first. So DRC with grappling. Yeah. I was gonna store a key there, but I just had so many save warps. It's just like, I'll just get the key and sport it up. Just it's not that fun.
Not great. But I mean, I don't know. Whatever, I guess. I can't like point out any big blunders other than Earth Temple, I guess.
Mm.
Which bottle did you get?
I got the first thing in Fortress bottle.
Okay, same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were kind of speculating. The only other one that sort of made sense was maybe Choo Choo Cave, but the grapple was gross. So.
Yeah.
Oh, the FF window jump. Yeah. Yeah. That was another thing, I guess. And then I guess like the windfall movement was a little sloppy. Like jumping or side hop, jump slash onto towards Creep and then getting into Maggie upstairs was not clean.
Oh, yeah.
But
I didn't check what the Tingle second item was, so I went around the whole island. I got like 60 rupees.
Oh,
Then I
yeah.
got 200 there. I'm like, well, alright. I guess I'm done collecting rupees.
yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
always
Tanjo
check
definitely
that to
pulled a
make
bit
sure
of
I
a
just
lead on
forgot
you
to
from
do
the early
scene,
rupees.
Of course.
Yeah. Otherwise, if either of you have any final thoughts?
I don't know. GG's. Congrats
Yeah,
on top
GG's.
6, Gobbity.
Yeah, woo! Good looking, good luck, dude. You're gonna crush your bracket. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
We're gonna meet
fight
in
it out
brands, I'll
in
tell
the
you
lower
what.
bracket. Yeah, I look
Yeah.
forward to that.
Crazy
Me
close
too.
race, crazy good race. GG's the both of you.
Yeah.
All right, looks like we're ready to wrap up. GG's to both. Good luck on your next races. Tanjo, there's a chance. But
Yeah, you
But
and
it-
I.
but it's really, really hard for me.
Just go play fast, dude.
Yeah.
Man. No, good luck.
never
Good luck
know.
on your future races. Gobbity, you're going against Jar or Tuba. This is gonna be interesting. I'm
Easy,
excited.
No matter who it is, easy.
Ooh,
I crushed them both.
get called out.
I'm 2 for 2 on Jarhead Seeds. Destroyed. Let's go.
Wow.
Wow. Getting intense. All right. So, before we wrap up, I'd like to thank our runners for the race. It was a really good race. To Claire and Nag for commentating with us, as well as Blondie, Panda, and CTL for tracking both of the runners. Really appreciate your help, guys. Please be sure to get them follow. Wait, hold up. My thing is not working. Okay, there. Sorry. So right before we leave, I want to give you like just a quick heads up on what's happening this week. There's actually not much, but that is very logical because it's Christmas week and all that stuff. So we're going Wednesday 23rd. We have Breath of the Wild any percent tournament, lower brackets, round 7, Destructor versus Player 5 happening at 3 p.m. on Wednesday. You don't want to miss it out. And basically we're off by then until the 26th, so expect some things packed. Great Pirate Spy who's playing Wind Waker Randomizer. I think it's for the first time, I'm not sure. But yeah, we're gonna go give him a shout out. So show him some love. Hope you all had some fun. I sure really appreciated all your support, guys, and I hope everybody has a great week, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.